Good morning, everyone. Trust we are doing good. Yeah, welcome to another webinar series that we'll be holding today, which is making money from the financial markets. Sincere apologies for the delay in beginning the webinar. I had a few issues with the connection, and I'm glad it's resolved now. So, without wasting much time, I'd gladly introduce myself. My name is Akinwale Chibuike. I'm the financial analyst and educator here at Eagle Global Markets, and I'll be walking you through the journey on making money from the financial markets, trading with Eagle Global Markets. So let's do this real quick. If you can hear me clearly, you can hear me clearly. Please do drop a yes in the chat box. And if you can't hear me clearly, please do gladly drop a no in the chat box. And if you've got any message to pass across to me, if it's a question, please do use the question section. And if I do put out a poll, please let's respond to it. Okay. And also, I just dropped the message in the chat box to everybody. Please let's do well to respond to it. So, at Eagle Global Markets, what we majorly do is the fact that we are a financial institution. We're a broker, to be precise, and we offer people access to trade the financial markets and become financially free trading the financial markets. And count yourself lucky for being on this webinar with me. And majorly, what we'll be discussing today is the basic introduction to the global financial market, the major introduction to the global financial markets. And I'm sure it's going to be fun filled, and we are all going to learn a lot of things about the financial markets and get along on understanding the concepts of the financial markets. Okay, so at Eagle Global Markets, we offer you various types of products. Okay, various types of products, which ranges from the MT4 to the cloud trade and to the copy trade. So the MT4 is a product where we offer you access to the financial markets to actually trade the financial markets in dollars. Okay, we offer you access to the financial markets. Good morning, Akko. Hope you're doing good. We offer you access to the financial markets where you can trade the financial markets in dollars. And also the MT for the cloud trade is a product we offer you where you can trade the financial markets in Naira. Okay. And the copy trading platform is a platform where if you find it too busy or to trade, or it's too strenuous for you to learn how to trade, we actually give you the copy trading platform where you can copy consistently profitable traders on your own terms. Good morning, Adewi. Good morning. On your own terms and make money consistently. Okay. So no, we don't charge you any fee for that. All you need to do is to get started with us, sign up an account and get started with us. So first off, I like to give everybody the opportunity to ask questions actually. Okay, so let me just put something out here. Let me just send in a poll. Please do use the chat box. Okay, please do use, you're free to use the chat box. Okay, so I just want to send in a poll. Let's see the major numbers so I know which direction to go with the webinar. Okay, so So, is this your first time hearing of the global financial markets? Okay, is this the first time you've heard of the global financial markets? Please check the polls and respond to it. Okay, it's just a yes or no question. So, check the polls, just click on yes if it's the first time, just click on no if it's not the first time you're hearing about the global financial markets. Good morning, Chimaovi. Good morning, hope you're doing good. Okay, so let's do well to respond to the polls. Thank you. Please, if that's your first time of hearing of global financial markets, click on yes. And if it's not your first time of hearing about global financial markets, please click on no. Okay. So, also I'm opening the floors to questions first, just random questions. Possibly you want to get to know me better, you want to get to ask so if we have a certain product, or you want to get to know EGM better, please ask the questions now. Okay. Do ask the questions now before we hop into the webinar. Okay, I just take okay. Someone said they don't know about the financial markets. Okay. No questions yet. No questions yet. A minute more, then we hop into the webinar itself. Hope we all are doing good. Hope we're doing good. We've got we've got a few number of people on the webinar, and I'm glad. Okay. Um. Okay. So, majorly this webinar is going to be a basic introduction to the global financial markets. Okay. A basic introduction to the global financial markets, and um. So generally, the question is, what is the global financial markets? But before we even go into that, in this webinar, what you will learn is Sincere apologies for that. Sincere apologies. The class isn't over yet. It's just my mic had issues actually. Um, since the connection was actually not really good. Apologies about that. So once again, sincere apologies for that. Now let's get back to what we were discussing, which is what is the financial markets really all about? Okay. Now I'll break this down to everybody like we are five. Okay, like we're five, and it will be a simple and straightforward process. Okay, and I believe we're all following. Now, the financial market can go by many names. I'll be very candid with you. You can hear people call it the capital market. You can hear people call it Wall Street. You can hear people call it as simple as it is an exchange. Some even go back to call it the market, like just the market. Okay, but whatever they call it, I want you to understand that it's simply, or what it simply means is where you can go and buy or sell assets, okay, financial assets, be it virtual or physical, okay. The financial market can be virtual or physical. That means either on your mobile phone, the internet, or physically, okay. Now, the financial assets you can buy or trade or sell is they actually include the stocks, the bonds, the derivatives, the foreign exchange, commodities, and recently we start hearing of cryptocurrencies, and that's just the logic behind the financial markets. Now let's break the financial markets concept down in simple terms. Okay, everybody would agree with me that they all know a grocery store on their street, okay, or in the avenue, on their estate. There's this store you like going to where you can get any type of products you want, okay, any type of product you need day to day. Do you all agree with me on that? A yes or no? Let's drop a yes or no in the chat box. If you all agree with me on that, that is this favorite grocery store on your street or on your avenue, on your estate that you like to go to and buy your products from, okay? There's this one grocery store there that you like. And now take that grocery store as the financial market. Okay, you can get fruits in that grocery store. You could get video games in that grocery store. You can get cars in that grocery store. You can get chocolates in that grocery store. You can get almost everything you need. Now that is just how the financial markets is. Okay, the financial markets has almost everything you need, or has everything you need, ranging from stocks to bonds to forex to commodities to even cryptocurrencies. Now that's just a physical representation of what the financial markets is. Okay, that's just a physical representation of what the financial markets means, and that's how simple it gets. Okay, it gets simpler time by time. Now, on to the next thing is why people trade. Okay, why do people trade the financial markets? Before I explain this, can anybody tell me why they want to trade the financial markets? Okay, can anyone tell me why they want to trade the financial markets? And I'll point something out to everybody, every single one of us. Can anybody tell me why they want to trade the financial markets? Can anyone tell me why they want to trade the financial market? Just drop your answer in the chat box, okay? Drop your answers in the chat box. Can anyone tell me why they want to trade the financial markets? Anyone at all? Anyone at all? Let's do what to be fast with it. Anyone at all? Why do you want to trade the financial markets? To make an income. Now, I know for sure if 4 or 5 people more respond to this question, it will be either to make money or to what? To make money. Okay, it's just the same thing twice. And that's just the thing. The major reason why we trade the financial market is to be profitable and be financially free. Okay, and that's just to make an income, a stream of passive income, apart from a 9 to 5 job, or to make it your major source of income. That's the major thing. And even, do you know that banks, like corporate banks, hedge funds, and all, they trade the financial markets also to increase the profitability of their firms. Why we as individuals, we are using it to sponsor our lifetime to be financially free. And that's the whole logic behind it. Like, that is why people majorly trade the financial markets. And it's just one key thing. You hear people say because of the financial market is versatile. Yes, because of the financial market is versatile, you are trading it to make a lot of money. Some people are people say to escape their 9 to 5 job. How would you escape your 9 to 5 job when you are consistently profitable? That means you're trading the financial market to make money. And that is just the major logic, or that's the major thing around it. You are trading the financial markets to be financially free, to make money. Do we all understand that? If we don't understand that, let's drop something in the chat box. If we do understand that, okay? If we understand it, let's drop something in the chat box. A yes, no, or anything. If we do understand it. Okay, great. Now, let's move on to the next thing that we have. How do you access the financial markets? Okay. Now, trading the global financial markets can either be through a regulated centralized exchange or over the counter. Like I said, it can either be virtual or physical. Okay. It can either be virtual or physical. And this is where the concept of regularized central exchange or over the counter comes in. Now, when we say an exchange traded market, okay, an exchange traded market is operated via a centralized exchange, such as the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and many more around the world. While over the counter markets are majorly decentralized markets that is made up of network of different dealers that compete to link buyers and sellers. Okay. Now, that's the whole logic behind all of this. Over the counter is what we at Eagle Global Markets offer you, where we help you push your trade order to the financial market so you can earn profits consistently. You use us as a broker. We give you access to these tools, you trade, and we help you in making a stream of passive income. That's the whole logic behind it. And now let's move on to when it comes to over the counter markets. Okay, now when it comes to OTC in the financial markets, it's categorized into the concept of the stocks market, the bonds market, the commodities market, and forex market. All of this single financial asset class, okay, you can trade on our platform. You can trade the stocks market on our platform. You can trade the bonds market on our platform. You can trade the commodities market, gold, oil, silver, and the likes on our platform. You can trade GBP AUD, GBP USD, AUD USD, the likes on our platform. That's the forex exchange market. You can trade every single one of these things on our platform. And now let's dive right into these concepts one after the other. Now, when we talk about the stocks market, okay, the stock market is where you can buy or sell the shares of public company. Okay, where you can buy or sell the shares of public company. And let's say, for instance, you want to trade Apple shares, you go to the stocks market. Okay, each shares come at a price. An investor can either make money when the stock do well, which is called buying or going long, or when the stock doesn't, which is called selling or going short. In the stocks market, you can make money both ways. When you trade with us, it's either when price is going up, you buy and you make money, or when it's coming down, you sell and you make money. Now, the buying and selling, doesn't really add up to what you think buying and selling is. Okay. Now, remember, if you want to buy something, you want to buy something when it is cheap. And if you want to sell something, you want to sell it when it is very, very expensive. That's the logic in the financial markets also. Now, the logic is simply if you understand that Apple, now let's take for instance, I'm just saying, okay, this is just a thesis, okay. I'm saying if you know that Apple is at $5 now, and someone tells you that Apple is going to go to $20 next week, you will buy Apple right now, okay? You buy the stocks or the shares of Apple today, and you anticipate to sell when it gets to $20. Now, that's the logic. You buy when it is cheap and you sell when it's expensive. That's the logic when it comes to the financial market, and that is how you make money, okay? And these are all the single things that we will be teaching you when it comes to the financial market. Once you get up an account set with us, we'll teach you these things hand on hand. We'll mentor you closely. We'll walk you through this process and see you are consistently and profitable trading the financial markets. Now, the bonds market. The bonds market is known as the debt market, and the bonds market is a financial market that deals with the trade and issuing of debt securities. Now, I will break the bonds market down in a very simple form. Let's go through this aspect of the slide first. And In the bond market, see, it offers opportunity for companies and government to secure money to finance a project or investment. And in a bonds market, the investors buys bond from a company and the company returns the amount of bond with an agreed period plus interest. Now, let me break the bonds market down to you in a very simple form. Hmm? There's this, I'm just saying, it's a thesis, okay? There's this favorite person you have, okay? Or there's this close friend of yours that if you need a little bit of cash, you go to this friend and the friends give you the cash and you promise to return with a certain amount added to it. That is what the bonds market is all about. Now, if governments want to finance their project and they don't have enough money, there are people that are filthy rich. Okay, they have a lot of money, and those people don't know what to do with their money. So they bring their money to the bonds market and they give the government that money and tell the government, okay, after a certain period of time, return this amount of money with a certain piece of interest. The bonds market is just like a borrowing service, a lending service where you can go and borrow money and return later on with a bit of interest. That's just what the bond market is all about. That's how simple and easy it gets. Now, when we talk of the commodity market is where traders and investors can buy and sell or buy or sell natural resources or commodities such as corn, oil, meat, gold, silver, bronze, a lot actually. And this specific market is created for such reasons because their prices are unpredictable. You can all agree with me that a certain time a bag of rice was sold for 10,000 naira and now a bag of rice is going for 23,000 naira. Now that's just the logic. You can't predict how high the prices of this commodity will go and how low the price of this commodity can get based on time. And this is the logic, or this is where the what's it called, the commodity market comes in to help put a process to see how you can track these things in real time. That's the logic behind the commodities market. And now the foreign exchange market, the favorite out of all. The foreign exchange market is commonly called the markets, okay, and it is the most commonly known market in the world, okay. The foreign exchange market is a decentralized global market where you can buy and sell currencies or financial instruments, and it is open for 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And to be very candid, $6.6 trillion is traded per day in this market, and 88% involves the US dollar. See how easy it gets. In the forex market, which is the market I love the most, you can make money like the rate at which you can make money is not limited at all. You can decide to wake up today and make $100 from the markets. You can decide to wake up tomorrow and make $200 from the market. You can decide to make just $10 from the market every single day, as long as you know you're doing the right thing, you're putting the right step, you're doing the right things in the market. And the foreign exchange market is the most popular of them all. It's very easy to trade and has little or no difficulties attached to it. Now, in conclusion, I'll be very candid to say it is safe to say the financial market is very essential to us actually, and it is one of the best and fastest ways you can grow your wealth, and it carries little or no risk at all. Okay, little or no risk at all. It is the largest market in the world, the financial market in general. It is the largest market in the world, and it has various branches such as stocks, bonds, equities, foreign exchange, current cryptocurrencies, etc. to select from and make money. If you don't want to trade bonds, you can trade forex. If you don't want to trade forex, you can trade stocks. If you don't want to trade stocks, you can trade cryptocurrencies. If you don't want to trade any of those, you can decide to trade equities. And that's how advantageous it gets. Okay. And it has a very high potential profit zone. Okay. Like it is profit oriented. It is profit oriented. Like in the financial markets, you can easily make money from it. You can easily make money from it. You can easily make money from the financial markets once you do the right thing, you place the right trade, and we will be there to walk you through the process. And this brings us to the end of today's webinar. But before we go, I would like to I'm open to question. If you have any question, I want to do the honors of inviting you to ask your questions. Actually, I'll add you to the call. You speak with me, ask your question, and we will report together. Okay. So if you have any question at all, please just say a yes or I in the chat box. And if you've got any question and you don't want to like let me invite you on the call, just drop the question in the question section, and I'll be dropping polls soon. But I'd like us to respond to the previous polls that has been dropped. Okay. So please let's respond. Let's drop messages. I'm available. Okay. Okay, I'm going through that. I just want to drop a few polls. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm picking up new polls. Let me just drop the polls, then we hop into your questions and all. Okay. Great. I've sent out 3 polls. Please let's respond to it. I sent out 3 polls. Let's do well to respond to it. Okay. Yeah, great. Now, okay, you have a question. Let me add you on the call, George. Hope you're not in a noisy environment. Okay. If you're not in a noisy environment, I'd love for you I'd love for you to join me. And also Adewi I'd add you to the call also. Invite to participate. Great. Okay. So I sent Adewi Taiwo and George an invite to join me on stage, and let's get them on stage. Okay, I'm waiting on you guys to join me on stage. And also if it's taking too long, just type in your question in the question section. I would respond to it. If you find it difficult to join me on stage, just drop your questions in and I'd respond to it. Okay, yeah. Mr. George, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'd be glad to disable your camera due to security reasons. Okay, I don't want nobody
That
coming.
was okay.
Okay, great. How are you doing this morning, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm doing quite well. Sincere apologies for the breaking connection that we had multiple times and the fact that the webinar started a bit late.
That's okay. This is
Okay, so
Nigeria.
yeah, exactly. Do you mind going ahead with your question?
Yeah, my question is, things like shares, takes like a year for
Yeah,
dividends to be paid.
yeah,
Bonds take like
yeah,
a year and all, and then FX is like a daily thing.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what I'm trying to ask is, if you are dealing on bonds, do you have to wait for those years to get your
No, not that.
dividend, to get your
No. Now
income?
let me break this thing down to you,
Oh,
sir. You
okay.
remember the stocks market is a separate thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we do is the whole financial markets, you can either get access to that market or get a derived price of that market. I hope you understand.
Okay.
Now, the derived price is what you can trade like FX that you can get paid daily. You can get yourself paid daily for it. Like you
Okay.
buy now, it goes up, you just close your trade and you make money. So it's
Okay.
the same way you trade that FX and make money daily. That's the same way you will be able to trade stocks, bonds, commodities daily also and make money.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Have you got any further question?
For me, no. For
Okay.
now, I'm still learning.
Yeah. You know, another thing I tell, like, I hold
How to
webinars a
trade
lot.
on FX. I'm just
Yeah.
very new.
Wow. Okay. So you know the thing I tell people mostly is I tell my clients that join me on webinar, like if you're on this call and you can gladly take out time to go through our YouTube channels, you will learn a lot from it. Okay, from our YouTube channel. Like no forex broker in Nigeria gives this type of education that we give. No forex broker in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
I have one more question. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
please
just
go
remembered
ahead.
one more
Yes,
question.
please go ahead.
Do you guys help somebody in making decisions?
Exactly. That's why we have a Telegram group. a Telegram group of
Okay.
traders, and I'm also the financial analyst. So daily, I drop my trade
Okay.
ideas there, and they tend to be 70 to 80% accurate. So
Yeah,
everybody
I
can
understand.
to
I
make
understand.
money
How do I
from that.
join then?
Okay, how you join is you have to have a trading account with us and funds in it. Then I add you to the webinar.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
to the
I have an
Telegram group.
account just to fund it. Once I fund it, I'll let you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Glad you let me know. I'd let you know. Okay.
All right.
Adewi Taiwo, it seems you can't access me on the webinar. Just ask a question, please. Okay, it's on the copy trading. Okay, no problem at all. Thank you, Mr. George, for joining me. Thank you so much. And anybody else that has question, please just let me know. I would add you to the call, or you just drop a question in the chat box. Okay, on the issue of copy trading. Okay, let me break down copy trading to you. Okay, now not everybody are less busy, have time to stay in front of the charts always, right? Now, the logic is what copy trading helps you to do is you have this platform, you can see all the old traders there. Okay, you see all the old traders there, you see their track record. So there's no hidden stuff. Okay, there's no hidden or scammy stuff there at all. You get to see all these people, and when you go through them, their profile and their strategies and how they trade, you see their track record, you decide on which trader you want to follow. Okay, now when you decide on which trader you want to follow, all you need to do is to make the deposit, the minimum deposit. Well, the minimum deposit is $101, but I'll be candid with you. I don't advise people to do $101. Okay, I expect people to do above $101 to manage their risk properly. Okay, to manage their risks properly, which is very, very key, very, very, very key to manage their risks properly. And the logic behind them managing their risks is to deposit above the minimum. Now, when you deposit above the minimum, you get to you get to you get to what's it called? You get to how would I put this? You get to I'm trying to look for the right word to use. Okay, you get to be at a higher chance of copying more traders and also making more profits. Okay, that's the logic. You get to be at a higher chance of copying more traders and making more profits. Now, the copy trading platform is just simply straightforward. Okay, we have a copy trading specialist in house at our office in Ikoyi, Lagos. You can come there anytime you like to verify if we're actually real or not. Okay, because most people say that on the phone, we're not real, with this, with that. But I'd be glad for you to come down to the office and speak to our copy trading specialist, where he will talk you through and walk you through the right process on how to copy trading, on how to go about copy trading. Yes, we could also set up a one-on-one meeting with you and him. Okay, where he gets to walk you through all this process. So copy trading is like the go-to if you can't, what's it called, if you can't learn how to trade yourself, or you're too busy to trade yourself. Copy trading is go-to for you. Okay, now when it comes to the financial markets in general, very easy to trade. And also, what I advise people to do is, you see, there's this ideology that demo trading brings. Okay, there's this ideology that demo trading brings. This very, very, very big ideology that demo trading brings, which is the fact that demo trading ruins a trader's mindset. Imagine trading a demo account of $5,000, $10,000, $30,000, and you know yourself truly that you are not going to start trading with that same amount. It ruins your mindset. Then when you come to a live account with $100 or 10,000 naira or 50,000 naira, you start losing money. Why do you start losing money? Because of your mindset is already embedded into the demo trading concept or the demo trading idea, where you can hold your losses for long because of the demo account, the balance is big and all. And it ruins your mindset when it comes to a live account, because you want to do the same thing there, but you're forgetting this is real life scenario. These funds are your money, and these funds is not the same as the one on the demo account. So what I advise traders to do is to fund a minimum deposit of 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira on our platform. Attend our classes. Use that funds to practice the things they learn in our webinars. Use that fund to take the trade ideas that are dropped in the Telegram channel, so that they feel the market and understand and see how easy it is to make money from the financial markets. And that's the whole concept behind it. Trading the financial markets is not hard at all. It's not difficult at all. Once you know the basics, once you know what forex is, once you know what the financial market is, once you know what pips are, once you know the basic little things, and you can be able to identify these things on the chart, you are good to go to consistently start making profits. There's a client of mine. He started copy trading last month with $400. Yesterday, he called me. I was like, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir." I was like, "Why are you thanking me?" He said he made a lot of money, and I asked how much he made. He said he's up by $1,000. $1,000. That's $600 profit. He had to withdraw his 400 yesterday and an extra 100, then kept 500 and decided, okay, next week he's going to go again with the 500 copying trades and make a lot of money. That's the logic. I also have a client. He was on board with me in February. Yes, in February, and he decided that he wants to learn how to trade himself. That he doesn't want copy trading because he doesn't have a lot of money. He started with 50,000 naira. Now he has been able to scale up his trading account to two. Last time I checked, it was 225,750 naira just by trading himself, and that could be you also. That could be you. Like that could be you in no time at all. Once you are able to do the right things on the charts, copy the right traders, follow the right traders, and be able to be calm and trade the right way in the financial markets. Okay. And if you are not a client of EGM, all you need to do is go to access at Eagle Global Markets.com and sign up an account with us. Access at eagleglobalmarkets.com and access.eagleglobalmarkets.com. Actually, I'm very sorry about that. Let me just delete that. Okay, delete that and access.eagleglobalmarket. I thought it was at access.eagleglobalmarkets.com and just sign up an account. And yes, even without knowledge of the financial markets, you can still get started on copy trading and start making profits consistently when you're ready. You don't need to even have knowledge about the financial markets to copy trade. You just need to know, okay, you can be able to say when anybody asks you outside that, okay, what do you do? You can be able to tell them copy trading and explain the little things to them. That is why you just need to have a basic insight of what copy trading is and the financial market, just a basic insight. And that's it. Like that's just it. So any more question before we go? Any more question? Any more question? Any more question? Before we go, any more question? Great. Okay, so I'd like to see every single person that joined me on this webinar. I'd like to see them on board with me on Monday. Like, I'll reach out to you guys personally on Monday myself, and we get to talk better and get to know one another better. Also, I'd like to see everybody on board with me by Monday because it's going to be amazing and getting started with everybody together. So, thank you so much for joining me on today's webinar. Thank you. Yes, I am Mr. Akinwale Chibuike. Akinwale Chibuike. Mr. Akinwale Chibuike. Yeah, and thank you so much for joining me on today's webinar. Um, I wish everybody good luck and good trading. Okay, and also profits all the way, all the way. See you in the next webinar, which is on Tuesday. And yes, I'm glad to have everybody on board.